And the thing I like most about Sandy is that she is an ally, and we've fought many, many battles together. And I can always count on her to go to bat for what was right. Her integrity is above and beyond. And I don't know what I'm going to do if you're not here. I don't know if I have to fight any more future battles in what time I have left. But but Sandy and I have worked with the SDAs, DMAs, whatever title for the ISAs, or the names that keep changing, and she has helped make this organization what it is today, and the integrity and the outstanding work that comes out of this organization, the accuracy and everything. I can't put enough emphasis behind what Sandy has gone to bat for to make sure things are right for people as well as for the company, and that will be missed immensely.
You're here.
The one thing that kind of sets with Sandy outside, and this applies to her husband, is he probably doesn't remember going to listen to his band play dancing. I'm a country western dancer, and I love music, and we had a lot of fun doing that.
Thank you, Judy. So you thought it was over. It's not over yet. So does anybody else have any words, would like to come up and say anything before we begin? You do quick Rose. This is George. Thanks, George.
Sandy and I have known each other back about 1992-ish or so. We started building CPDB, which we're just about ready to get rid of. Throughout the almost 20 years, I've always been trying to come up with some new way to do something. And it was always Sandy that had to have the kind of the final word on how it was going to work. And if I could pass the Sandy test, kind of to what Judy was saying, it would work. And we would have many long meetings. There was always an issue somewhere, but we would work it through. And in the end, it's always worked. So thank you, and I'll miss you for my Sandy check.
Thanks, George. Again, I'll open it up. Anybody else? There we go.
Sandy, Nancy Turner was supposed to be here this afternoon, but she had a family emergency, so she can't make it. But one thing that Nancy and I put together, I don't know how many people know this, but Nancy Turner and I, we predict things. And we had a really good record of this for like 10 years. And there was one person who always kind of doubted how good we really were. But Nancy and I actually, because our group became so small, we actually stopped predicting last year. But we decided to give you all of our predictions and all of our results, and these are the actual copies, signed and dated, with all kinds of notes. like the year you weren't happy that we put down affairs on our predictions, and we said results had to be legitimized by direct knowledge, and information derived by triangles will be disqualified. Yeah. So we have all our notes and everything. So I know Nancy would have been like to be here to present it.
I'm honored to have it. Wanted them to do the prediction, and I would hold the sealed envelope until the results were revealed so that I knew no one had tampered. However, they were never willing to do that. Never mind. Thank you.
Thanks, Becky. Does anybody else want to speak? There we go.
Thank you. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Tom Reed, project manager up in Mason. Sandy and I worked together quite a bit during the Gillette integration. Two quick stories. First one, I think Jeff was with us, Dan Thomas, Sandy, and myself. We went up to Boston. And it was on a Friday, I believe. Before we went up, we'd worked up a timeline, and we helped with converting all the data in the PMG systems. So we said, here's when everything's got to be done. We worked back, and we said, so this is when we need everything from the folks at Gillette. Somebody had to break that news to them. So we were the lucky group. And we went up to Gillette, and I swear, I thought we were going to start a riot when we see it said, we need your data and everything by this date. And the people in the room, Bernie, were you there for that meeting?
I might have been.
Anybody that was there for about 10 seconds, I think there was silence in the room. And then what the hell? There's no way. But with Sandy's leadership and everything, we made it happen. And later on, people were like, we actually needed that as early as you told us. So that was great. And Judy talked about integrity. In sales, unlike marketing, sorry. Sales is a culture where you give somebody their word and you mean it. You don't need to have it necessarily in writing. I told you I would deliver. If I don't, hold me accountable. Marketing is big on one-pagers. Is it in writing? Is it on the page that we agreed to or not? I'm like, I don't know. I said I'd do it. So early on in the integration, as we were working through things, Sandy would say, do you have signed documentation of that? And I'm like, I'm sure it's coming. They told me it would come. And Sandy would say, that's great. I need it signed. And I said, man, she's really a stickler. And any of you that have worked with Sandy can probably verify that. And so for the first couple months, I'm like, man, this is a lot more complicated than it needs to be. And then later on in the integration, they said, oh, by the way, this was a pretty big integration. We want to have the auditors come in and check their work. And I went, did we get signatures on it? And the answer, of course, was yes, because Sandy was a stickler. I'm like kicking Sandy under the table. So those were 2 experiences, and just many, but we had a great time working together. And I also just learned so much about the data group and how things work. It's helped me so much in other roles that I've been in. So it was great working with Sandy. I wish you the best of luck in retirement. I'm sure it will be great. And as somebody else told me before they retired, now every day will be a Saturday.
Anybody else have some? So let me step outside for just a minute.